Another day, same old routine. In a cramped apartment, a teenager named Kairo drags himself out of bed. He grabs a faded red shirt, the first thing he can find, and puts it on. He mutters to himself, "Another day," as he heads out into the bustling city. For a split second, he thinks he sees heat warping the air around his hands, but he shakes it off. Just his imagination. Kairo walks through the morning crowds, earbuds in, completely zoned out. That's when the world shatters. A deafening boom rocks the city. The ground shakes. A massive shadow sweeps across the skyscrapers, and then it happens. A giant robot, glowing with a harsh blue light, crashes down into a city plaza. Then another, and another. Alarms blare. Cars crash. People scream and run for their lives. A robot's arm swings, and an entire building collapses in a cloud of dust and debris. Kairo stands frozen, his earbuds falling from his ears. Everything seems to slow down. The very air around him feels so like it's vibrating. He whispers, "What is this?" One of the robots takes aim at a group of fleeing civilians, firing a beam of pure energy. Without even thinking, Kairo moves. He steps directly into the path of the blast. Time snaps back to normal speed. The beam hits him and just disintegrates. It vanishes in a flash of light. And the resulting shockwave blows out windows for blocks. Everyone stops and stares. Kairo looks down at himself, untouched, not a single scratch. His red shirt just flutters in the fading energy. He can only manage a confused "huh." The ground beneath his feet suddenly cracks. He panics, thinking, "Wait, I didn't mean to." He tries to jump back, but instead, he launches himself 3 blocks away, crashing into a building and leaving a massive crater. After a moment of silence, a muffled voice comes from the hole. "Ow." The city is pure chaos. Robots are rampaging through every district. The military is completely overwhelmed. Civilians are trapped on collapsing bridges and rooftops. And through it all, there's Kairo. He's stumbling through the wreckage, trying to figure out what's happening. He accidentally overshoots his jumps, landing miles from where he intended. He touches a steel beam, and it bends like clay. He has no idea what he's doing. Later that afternoon, he spots a group of people trapped on an overpass. A robot is lifting the entire structure with one massive arm. Kairo lands nearby, breathing hard, his hands shaking. Okay. Just lift it, right? He tells himself. He reaches up and touches the concrete. The instant his fingers make contact, the entire overpass doesn't just fall, it shatters upwards. Huge chunks of row and rebar freeze in midair. Kairo's eyes go wide. Oh no. But then, something amazing happens. The debris gently lowers itself to the ground, as if gravity itself is obeying his panicked thoughts. The trapped people escape, staring at him with a mix of awe and fear. A little kid tugs on his sleeve and asks, "Are you a hero?" Kairo doesn't have an answer. He just looks at his hands. This time, the energy swirling around them is visible. A raw, unstable power he can't begin to understand. As sunset paints the sky, Kairo stands on top of a skyscraper, looking down at the city. Some robots are burning, others are broken, but many are still on the move. He clenches his fists, and the sky above him darkens as clouds swirl into an unnatural vortex. He screams at the top of his lungs, "Stop!" A wave of pure force explodes from his body. In an instant, every single robot in his line of sight is torn apart. Metal rains from the sky like a hellish hailstorm. And then, silence. The city is finally quiet. Kairo drops to one knee, gasping for air. The energy around him is spiraling wildly, cracking the rooftop beneath his feet. He whispers in a panic, "I can't control it." That night, every screen in the city shows the same blurry image. A boy in a red shirt, standing alone amidst the ruins. A news anchor's voice reports on an unidentified individual believed to be responsible for stopping the mechanical assault. Kairo sits alone on that same rooftop, hugging his knees, watching the city lights flicker back to life. He looks down at his red shirt, now burned and torn at the edges. "This just happened," he says softly to himself, "and I don't even know why." A distant siren echoes through the night. Somewhere far away, something powerful awakens. As if in response to his own awakening, Kairo looks up at the sky, his expression a mix of determination fear, and curiosity. But if this power is mine, I'll learn it. The wind picks up, and the wild aura around him seems to stabilize, just a little. A new journey has just begun. Power without control is just destruction. New enemies will rise, unexpected mentors will appear, and the boy in the red shirt will have to learn what it truly means to save a city. Or is this the end? He will return for the next episode. A portal opens for Kairo and then an enemy appears.